Danny Boy checking back in today, and today's video is just going to be a quick tutorial on how to MIDI map within Serato. We're going to cover the basics really quickly, not going to go too far into basics, and then do some deeper techniques and teach you guys a couple of tricks that I just found out myself. So I'm going to get this camera set up and then we're going to get started. Alright, so before we get into the advanced stuff, I'm just going to do the basics real quick of MIDI mapping. So first, before you get started, you need to go into your setup menu, open up your Serato, go into your setup, and you're going to click the MIDI panel. Now over here are like your presets, like if you have a bunch of MIDI controls like me. I have this, I have the Denon HC1000S, which is good, but I'm not going to really focus on it today, but anything I say could easily be applied right to this controller. So if I'm talking and you're thinking it's only for the mixer, it's not. It's for any MIDI controller. So I have that one. My mixer's also a lot of MIDI, like almost the whole mix is MIDI mappable, so we're going to focus on that. So like what I have is I have a preset for my mixer. It says PMC05 Pro 4, which is the preset that I use when I use my MIDI on my mixer. So first thing you want to do is hit new, and then you're going to after you hit new, it's gonna you're gonna have a box to type in whatever you want. If you're using whatever controller, if you're using a Tractor X1, you type Tractor, you know what I'm saying? And then you just hit save. And then after that, after you save it, you click on the one that you want and you hit load. Load it up. And once it's loaded, you're ready to get out of setup. So then you come out of setup, and you're gonna click. Once you're ready to start MIDI mapping, you're gonna click MIDI. Now my mix is pretty much mapped, but I'll just show you guys quickly what to do. I mean, there's a million videos on this, so you guys should probably know already. But let's say I wanted to map some cue points out, which I have set as my red ones. My top one's my first cue point, the second red button's the second, and then there's a third, which I don't have one set. So, but I have it set to map. So if you want to do that, you just click MIDI, and you go up to over here where your cue points are on Serato, and you click the cue point that you want, and then you click the button. It's very easy. Basically, the first thing you do is click the thing that you want to map on Serato, which is I want to map this cue point. Click, and then click the MIDI button, whether it's on your mixer or your controller. It's that easy, and I mean you do that for anything. Like this is my dump, I believe. I have this set as my dump. So I mean, if we put a song on real quick, I map this right here as my dump. So I can just have a little quick reverse, nice reverse effect without losing the time. That's it. And to do the dump would be the same way I did the cue point. I basically just click on the dump button and then click the MIDI button that I want the dump to, that I want to control. I mean, it's really easy. That's the basics. So, I mean, if you have any other basic questions about MIDI, I mean, you can PM me and I'll answer them. But we're going to do more advanced stuff in this video. So I'm going to move the camera one more time and then we're going to do some more advanced stuff. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to show you guys how to MIDI map if you want to do loop rolling. If you want to do some loop rolling, you want to map it to your MIDI controller, I'm going to show you how to do that. Real quick, it's easy. All you're going to do is you're going to go to MIDI. When I was doing this, I couldn't figure it out. I knew there had to be a way, and I couldn't really find the video on it, so I figured I'd show you guys. First thing you're going to do, click the MIDI up in this right there. You're going to click the MIDI button. We all know where that is. After you click the MIDI button, you're going to click Show MIDI Panel, which is right in the middle. I mean, you don't really need to click this, but for purposes of me showing you guys, I'm going to click it. So once again, MIDI, Show MIDI Panel. Now to loop roll on my mixer, on my blue section is where my loop rolls are. These three are my loop roll buttons. This one is 1/2. This one is 1/4, and this one's 1/8. I mean, those are my loop rolls. So I got a half beat, 1/4 of a beat, and 1/8 of a beat loop roll. You can see when I push on this, I hold it and I let go, and then it loops off. And you can see loop roll highlight when I push it. You can't see me doing it at the same time, but I'm gonna push the button, let go, and then thing goes off. You don't gotta hit it twice. It's not like a regular loop. So I mean, if you don't know what a loop roll sounds like, we'll put it up for you real quick. And I'll let you see what my fingers are doing on this. That's it. I mean, you can just mess around with it. And those are the three coolest ones I thought. I thought that the half, the 1/4, and the 1/8 sounded the best. So those are the ones I selected. I mean, you could see if I focus on that. When I hit the loop roll button, that's highlighted. When I let go, it goes off, and same for those three. Now, if you have a MIDI controller, like this mixer doesn't really have any knobs that you can twist to that are MIDI mappable. But if you have something like this, bring my controller over here. My controller, which has all these three knobs, which are all MIDI mappable, those are easy. You can MIDI map those. So there's a button right there. If I focus on that, see it says auto loop select. So if you had a knob on your MIDI controller and you wanted to control all Serato's auto loops, all you do is click this and twist the knob, and that will let you scroll through all the auto loops. All of them, so you don't have to just assign. I have 3 assigned to each individual buttons, but if you have something with a knob, you could select that knob and you could scroll through all of them with the knob. You don't have to push anything. So I mean, that's kind of cool. Now, how you do it? This is how you do it. The first thing you're gonna do, if you want to map this to loop roll, is you're gonna go to the one that you want. So let's say we want 1/8, and we're gonna hold the control button, the alt button on a keyboard, and then you click. So after you hover over the parameter that you want, so I'm hovering over 1/8 right now, you hold control, you hold alt, then you click. When you do that, this brown box pops up. Watch, I'll let you guys see it. Control alt click, this brown box pops up. It says control click assigned to MIDI input, and basically that control alt is a modifier. So if you were just to regularly click this 1/8, it would just set the MIDI button to 1/8 loop. It wouldn't set a loop roll, but since you did control alt and then click, now it's going to set a loop roll. So we did control alt, we clicked, the brown box popped up, and then we select the button that we want on loop roll, and I want this one. So now that's set to loop roll. You can see I click it, let go, click, let go. You don't, it's not a regular loop, it's a loop roll. So that's how you do it. Once again, this knob right here is if you have a knob on your MIDI controller, and you can scroll through all of the auto loops. So if I was at 1/2, instead of having to go down and push each button, I could be at 1/2 and just twist down, and it would go down like that. But I don't have any knobs on this mixer, so for this purpose we're just doing buttons. I'm going to set up the camera again. I'm going to show you the main purpose of this video is to show you the effect that I made, and I will show you real quick what it's called, and we'll go deeper into it as soon as I move the camera. I'm going to set it up on the tripod, I think. It's called My Fader Preset. Basically what I did was, these faders are MIDI on my mixer, so I made my left fader control the right deck sound effect, and the right fader control the left deck sound effect. Now the reason why I did them opposite like that is because when I put the left volume up, I don't want the left effect to go up, because that means whenever I play, the effect would go up. So I can have this way, when with them opposite, I can have the left deck up and the right fader down, and then as I put the right fader up, it will control the left deck's effect, and vice versa. I could have the right deck playing with no effect, and as I move the left fader up, the right deck's effect is activated. And you'll see, I'll tell you guys why I did that and the and what it produces. So I'm going to set this camera up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to cover the effects now. First thing I'm going to show you is something that really helped me. I have my effects. If you can see, I'm using the Ultra knob, which is this. Let me focus on that. There's obviously 2 settings in Serato's effects. I'm sure you know. There's one with one knob, and then it gives you an option to do 3 separate ones. I use this one just for the purpose of this video to show you my fader preset, which is the effect that I'm going to be showing you today. It works better for this purpose with the Ultra knob, which is just one. Now with the Ultra knob, once you have that one knob, which is right here, it actually controls a lot more than just one effect. If you click the advanced, 3 things pop up, and this one knob controls all 3. So if I move my MIDI fader, which I have set to this, my fader actually controls that. You'll see not only does that top one move, but all 3 also move. So it allows you basically to have 3 effects onto one. And what I have under this My Fader preset is a delay, a high pass filter, and a mod synth, which is basically just kind of like a phaser, flanger kind of thing. What I did with this is it makes it really easy to mix. I'm going to show you how I use it right after, but first I'm going to show you how I did it. This one, basically the delay, you see, as my fader is all the way up, which controls the effect, it's at 100% all the way pushed up. You can see that my depth is at 100, but my feedback's only at 63. And I did this purposely because when the feedback's at 100, it gets distorted and it doesn't sound good. Some people think, you know, all the crazy sounds, and when it sounds really, really bad, it sounds good. I don't like it. So it's nice and smooth. So I wanted it when my fader was all the way up at 100%, all the way up. I wanted it just to be maxed out at 63. And to do this, it's actually pretty easy. You go over here where this pencil is, click the pencil, and then it brings up your editing for the effects. And you can see feedback. This little button that's highlighted here basically means that the fader is going to control it. So if I uncheck that and move the fader, you'll see that it doesn't move. The feedback does not move. The depth's moving because that box is checked. Now if I click this again, now the fader will control that. You see how it's going up and down now. So I'm going to leave that. We're going to leave that checked. Actually, we're going to uncheck it for now so we can edit the parameters. So this is the parameters. Basically, I have my max set to 63. If I wanted to change that, I basically click and drag up and move the fader up. So now it's at 77. If I wanted to set that as my max, I drag up and then click the plus. Now it's set at 77. And I don't want it at 77, so I'm going to drag it back down. But just to show you, if I wanted it at 55 max, click the plus, and you can see the green change. When I drag and slide up, there's no green there. As soon as I add the plus, you can see the green highlighted. If I wanted my minimum set too, you could drag over here. Let's say I wanted my minimum to start not at 0, but at 21. Let's say I wanted to start it at 21. Then I can click my minus. And now it's set there. You see, now it doesn't start at 0. 21% is at 0. Technically, so I'm going to drag that back down to 0. So that's how I added the parameters, and you can see, let me just make this 63 again. I don't know if I set it back. 63 for me sounded the best. Around 63, it doesn't have to be exactly, that's fine. Okay, so that's my, these are my setups if you want to double this effect. Depth at 100 on the delay and 62.5 on feedback, or 63, 2/1 beats. This one I have at 75% depth, 2 resonance, no LFO, and 1/1 beats. This one's obviously 7 depth, 61.5% on the LFO, and 1/8 beats, and that's my mods. And so this is basically what it sounds like. I'm going to put the camera back up so I can show you guys how to use this and show you what it does. Alright, so we're going to use that My Fader preset effect that I just showed you guys how to set up, and basically show you what it does. What I use it for is basic mixing. I mean, it's not an effect that's going to wow you and it's going to be this crazy new type of effect. It's just a really like smooth effect that allows you to mix really, really effortlessly. So, excuse me. So I have 2 songs. They're kind of techie after hours house tracks, and you hear them regularly. This is the left one, it's called Paper, and this is the right track. It's called 747. So I'm going to mix these 2 songs using the effect and not using the effect. First, I'm going to mix them without the effect on and show you guys how it sounds. It's still going to sound good because I mean beat matching is pretty basic with these 2 house tracks. They're both 128, so I mean it's pretty hard to mess that up, but it's not about the mixing. I just want to show you guys what the effect actually does. So I basically got them both looped to 16 bars, and we're going to mix them in. They're basically going to be meshed right away. Let's see how it sounds. So now we got the left fader up, and now we're going to bring the right fader up. And normally when you're mixing now, you probably take out the EQ, take out the low on one side, and maybe fade it out. Just as a basic mix. I mean, just basic. It's really not about the mixing. Now, if I put the preset on, this is how it's going to sound, and it's basically doing the same thing as fading out as what I just did, but it's pretty much going to do it for me. Now I'm going to start with the left track up. I'm going to mix the right track in. So to do this, first I'm going to put the effect on the left track, but this fader is controlling that left track's effect. So when I start it, it's going to be no effect. You can see when this fader is down, the right fader controlling this effect, you're not going to hear it. Once I put it up, you can hear the effect. I mean, that's all it is. It's kind of like a flanger kind of delay hot pass thing, and it sounds good. So now when I mix this next track up, it's not only going to mix the sound on this deck, but it's also going to apply the effect to the left deck, and it's going to be really easy mix. I'll show you guys. I'm going to let this bar go back. sound on the right deck up and also apply the effect to the left deck. This is how it sounds. I mean, both of them are playing right now and you can barely tell. Now, once these are both up, I can actually just echo this out by hitting play. It echoes out and that's a perfect mix. I mean, you guys can't even tell. I mean, it's pretty effortless. So instead of mixing both up and then fading one out, I can have both playing and the effect basically fades it out itself. Now I'm going to do it in reverse. So the right track's playing. So I'm going to turn the right effect on and then I'm going to mix this left track. So once I hit this left, once I play this fader is going to mix in the left track and also apply the effect to the right deck. So let's start. Okay, we're going to go up. And that's it, just a nice easy echo out. It's just a really smooth transition between tracks. It's not a crazy effect, I know, but I thought it was pretty cool that I could use the faders not only to bring the different decks in, but also to control the effect. So I'm going to show you guys actually how to save that now. Take this camera down. Alright, lower this down. To save your presets, all you're going to do is you're going to open up your DJFX on Serato, which is right there, obviously. Let me focus this. So you open this up, and then you can see it says My Fader preset. I actually made that. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up this. Make the effect you want if you want to copy mine. I mean, there's the let me put the faders up so you can see. Those are the percentages, the parameters, everything that you need. That's all maxed out. That's with the fader all the way up. So if you want to save this, you're going to click the little pencil button like we did before to edit the parameters, and there's going to be a little disk, like a save disk, like you see on anything. So you click save, and then this comes up, and you type in whatever you want. So you can save your presets, so you don't have to obviously keep making it. So that's the effect. So when I go out and I'm in the club, whatever, and I'm mixing and I want to use this, I just turn the effect on quick, fade my other song up, and I mean, it mixes pretty flawlessly. I mean, it's cool. I hope that wasn't too confusing. I tried to make it as least confusing as I could, but I'm pretty bad at explaining things. If you have any other questions on this, on mapping, on Serato, on anything, let me know. Mini mapping's pretty easy with it. I mean, I'll show you guys how I map the fader real quick. Because, like I said, this right fader, right volume fader, controls the left deck's effect. And basically to do that, all we're going to do is we're going to go like before. We're going to click our MIDI, click our fader, click our knob that we want our fader to control, and then move the fader. And I'm just going like this. And as soon as I move it, it turns green. So once again, I'm going to click, and then start moving it, and you'll see the box turn green because it recognizes it, and that's going to be the fader. Alright, so I really hope that wasn't confusing. I know it probably was. I'm bad at explaining stuff, but if you have any questions, just PM me. I'll answer anything. So I'm going to go over one more time, real quick, clear it up. What it is, if you guys want to use this, is we have a left deck playing regularly with no effect. Left deck's playing, and we're going to put the song on actually and demonstrate it. Left deck's playing normally, no effect is applied because the right fader is down, and this controls the effect. So as the right fader goes up, it controls the effect. So as we push play on this deck, if we want to mix this in, now, since we hit play on the right deck, this right fader is going to bring in the right track and also apply the effect to the left deck. Just like that. Then we can basically just hit play on the left deck, it echoes itself out, done. And now we can bring our fader down, the song's out. So once again, hope that wasn't too confusing. If you have any questions, PM me. Danny Boy's out. Take it easy, guys.